So in this video we're going to be unboxing the Versinetic LinkRay load balancing controller. So if we look in the box, what do we have here? So this is the load balancing controller itself. So on the back we've got a pinout description and the various interfaces on the device. So we've got a GSM antenna, we've got a Wi-Fi antenna, we've got Ethernet here, there's the main connector for power and meters, and then underneath this cap here is a SIM card slot as well. So with this we have a Wi-Fi antenna, and we also have a cable in here, and this cable is used for powering the device, connecting to an RS485 meter if you have one, and then the other side is going into the LinkRay device as well. So what we're going to do here is, because there's a bunch of wires here, but we actually only care about a couple of these for powering up the device. So we've got two here for the power, and then we've got the other pins here, which at the moment we just don't want touching. So we're going to just protect these by putting them into a connector here. So if we just pop these into here. Okay, so we've got those all safely set off there, and then we've got power here, which we're going to be putting into this barrel jack. So just get this in there, here. Okay, so on the other end we're going to be connecting this to the LinkRay device itself. So put that into there, out of the way. And then on the other side we're going to be connecting 12 volt into this. So we've got a 12 volt DC jack here. So if we plug this in, then what we're going to see is that there's a light that comes on top here and a reset pin here. And then into the side we're going to be plugging in our Ethernet. So we get our Ethernet cable here and plug this in. Now this device is going to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes to start up. So if we leave that just to start up, then we'll move over and then we'll log on to the remote services. So there's a number of different ways that we can connect to this. There's a local IP address that we can connect to. So the local IP address you can either look up on your router. We've actually got a DNS name here as well if your router supports it, so you can use that to try and connect to it. There's the remote portal. So this will dial up to the internet. So as long as you've got an internet connection on this, we'll be able to see this on the remote portal. But what we also have is that there's an application that we can use, and that application will allow us to search for the actual devices as well. So if we start up the LinkRay Discovery tool and do Discover Devices, then we'll see a number of devices on our network, and this can be useful to show up the IP addresses, and we can connect to these directly. There's also a Bluetooth option to be able to connect to this. We don't have an antenna on this at the moment, but that will allow us to get the local IP address without even our phone being on the current network as well that this is then plugged onto. So that's super useful. So let's go across and have a look at this in the remote services. If we go over to our internet browser and log on to the remote access portal using the credentials that were sent to us from the support team, as soon as we log in, we can see all the devices on our account. As we only have one device here, only one is shown. If you have more, these would show alongside, along with their online status. As you can see, you can add a description to the device to help you locate it. If we click on the device, it will take us to the web page to log on to that LinkRay as soon as it's showing us online. The booting process can take up to 2 minutes, so wait for the device to go green, and as soon as it does, you can then click on Connect. So we're going to be logging on to LinkRay using the assembler username and password. This gives us full administrative access. So as we log into this, we're presented with the main dashboard for LinkRay. This gives us the overall information about uptimes, energy usage, and connected charges. Now, one of the first things we're going to want to do is go to the network settings. So on the network settings tab, we have information on here about the local IP address. Currently we're on DHCP. Now this is okay for testing, but we're going to want to move this either to static, where the IP address won't change, or we're going to want to go onto our router and reserve the MAC address of this device so that the IP address is stable. The idea is effectively to have a static IP address that the chargers are connecting to and won't change. So this is the end of this short video of how to unbox and get access to the LinkRay user interface. Next, we'll be going through and connecting chargers. Thank you very much.